What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. And yeah, it's currently weekend around 5 p.m. So I just I had a pretty good start of the weekend. Had an Colombian breakfast with with arepas and everything. So it was pretty good. And some coffee. And yeah, well, next went to my archery practice. So good first start. And now we're going, the books. What we're going to review today is again two crowdfunded books that I backed. Starting with a little prayer first. Thank you, Lord, for giving me the strength to get through this this third book that was basically an how you call it, prequel to the first two. And yeah, my God. First of all, I don't even know how long ago it was, or when I even backed this. That's the first part. I completely forgot about it. Almost forgot about it, at least. And yeah. Well, my facial expression probably tells you everything I know, but we're going to put two books against each other by the same writer. Jawbreakers Grand versus the Expendables. Go to hell. I think it's it. And yeah, let's start with the first one. This first book is basically the third book is basically not really a third book. It's kind of a prequel for the first two Jawbreakers graphic novels by Richard C. Meyer. And yeah, how you say it? Yeah, Grand Bazaar, written by Richard C. Meyer, coloring by Color Channel, line art by I don't know, Fetch. I need to learn how to spell the name. And lettering by who else? Eric Weathers. And another short story in there is Sacred Blood. Story and art by Marco Canella. And once again, lettering Eric Waters. Nexus. That's an sci-fi kind of at least an intro to a sci-fi story or return of a certain character. Sci-fi story. And yeah, the story by Richard C. Meyer, the boy Zach, Mike Barron. And art by Arnold Fetch and Carlos Manuel. And the covers and posters are by main cover by Cal Ritter, variant cover by Richard C. Meyer and Cal Ritter, poster by Sashi, and the Jawbreakers logo by EB's Creative Solutions. And yeah, it basically tells you the origin story of how the team was formed. And yeah, starts in Afghanistan. Basically during an operation. My bite is straightforward operation, yeah. During operation and yeah. About this a little background in about Silkworm, Hellpriest, some other characters. How they were formed first. And yeah. But yeah, the worst part is about this. I mean, art wise it's stunning. Oh yeah, art-wise it's stunning, yeah, decent. But yeah, that's the only thing I could tell about this because yeah, the writing itself is. This is supposed to be an origin story, but after reading this, I still don't know anyone. And yeah. This guy, probably know him. I don't even know what he's doing here in a place full of mutated people. But yeah. Osama bin Laden makes an appearance, and yeah, I know he's, yeah, we could all agree he's a jackass, etc. And yeah, he put those planes into the World Trade Center. After which, yeah, the USA pretty much lost their minds and yeah, started going into the war on terror. But how you tell it, yeah, what turned out to be a disaster. But yeah, I don't even know what he's doing. First of all, I don't even know what he's doing there. And yeah, he just brought in there. Yeah, he doesn't even know what he's doing there, but yeah. Yes, he put those planes. Yes, he killed yeah, a lot of people. But yeah, he is also a little bit of a side product, or yeah, from the aftermath of yeah, when the Soviet Union decided to install a puppet government in Afghanistan, which was basically an idea that was pretty much death on arrival, because Afghanistan is yeah, quite a complicated country, and yeah, with different kind of tribes and yeah, certain ethnic groups. So yeah, they never could control the whole area, and so the certain tribes, etc., started to join forces and became the Mujahideen, and eventually the CIA they provided intelligence to him, weaponry, etc., and eventually the Soviets realized it was mission impossible, and they decided to leave, because they were about to collapse as well. And yeah, eventually, yeah, from those Mujahideen, eventually, yeah, I don't know if that's true or something, but I've heard of some true from Mujahideen. They split in the after. They were basically what Osama bin Laden was. He was basically, I think he was also in those forces, and the eventually, yeah, some groups are starting to split off and became what became known as Al Qaeda, and later, yeah, Islamic State has a different origins because in Iraq. But yeah, he was brought in. But back to the story, he's brought in there. But yeah, he basically gets killed for yeah, shock value. By knife hand, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, the big threat, the Grand Bazaar. Basically, it's the way this one gets beaten. Which basically, yeah. She decides, yeah, summon the demons, and the way the team beats it is by the Hell Priest asks her to. She gets beaten by being asked out on a date in Paris. Good Lord, this is just terrible. I mean, who is this even for? How could anyone even like this? I know people who like him. There's one of them on Twat, but told me he liked it. But first of all, I pretty much don't know. This is supposed to be an origin story, and I still don't know anyone. And I beat the big threat by asking her out on a date. Why? I mean, And yeah. So next they're going to a story about sacred blood, where the Jawbreakers go to uncover a dark mystery. But on the back of the car, there is this little error here, or maybe it's intentional. I don't know. But here it is. I'm not going to review everything because I have better things to do with my time. But the Jawbreakers' sacred blood. The Jawbreakers uncover a dark mystery in South America. So in art by Marco Carnella. Now, I have no. First of all, this is no offense towards the artist, not his fault, but what happens next is. Did you even open a map or something? Or looked at the globe? Because here it says Central America. Those, no offense, those are different parts of the world. Well, not entirely, but let me show you something. And it's basically what basically the villain that they have to face is they're basically a bunch of Bane rip-offs. They were injected with some kind of blessing, and this is basically Venom. This is literally the Venom or the Titan formula from Batman and Batman Arkham Origins and Asylum. And that's it. It also goes into another story. They basically beat the bad guy, etc. And I don't know if he hit him, yes or no. It looked like he kind of missed him. And then we go to Nexus. That's basically a sci-fi story by Richard C. Meyer and Mike Barron. And eventually, it ends anticlimactic. The prisoner gets killed due to the lack of oxygen in space by the Nexus, and that's pretty much it. But first let me show you something, because I don't understand how anyone could have missed this. This is my atlas, by the way. And it might be a little bit dated, because it's from 2006, 2007. But some things don't change, because look at this. This is South America. It contains, it's part, here's Brazil, the Guyanas, Suriname, Venezuela, Bolivia, Peru, Chile, Paraguay, Uruguay, and Argentina, and of course Colombia, Ecuador. And Central America is a different part of the world. I mean, look at this. This over here, I need to open up a bit, but this over here, this is Central America. Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, and part of the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. That's it. That is Central America. I mean, I just have one question. Where the hell was the editor during that writing phase? This goddamn awful. Good lord. So we're going back to next book, because this is terrible. I still don't know if I'm going to cut it in pieces with a pair of scissors, or just keep it as an example how not to write. Good lord. Good fucking lord. For real. But the next one, Expendables, Go to Hell. It's by of course, if you've seen the movies by Sylvester Stallone and a few others. The Expendables are basically a team of mercenaries led by Barney Ross, and veteran of the United States military, and it consists of Lee Christmas, the Brit, the knife fighter, the second in command, and unlucky in his love life. Gunnar Jensen, sweet giant, self-medicated, alcohol and street pharmaceuticals, and Yin Yang, Rage Quits team, Toll Road, an American, and she's operates as group therapy. Basically, what this book is all about is the Expendables are on a mission in Mali. After they have to basically evacuate an old sanctified church or something in the middle of a battle. And they end up getting shot. They have a near-death experience, and they are basically the whole team is transported to hell, where they have to fight against old nemesis, and basically all kind of historical figures make an appearance. Story is by Sylvester Stallone and Chuck Dixon. The script is by Chuck Dixon and Richard C. Meyer. The art by Graham Nolan. The colors by Daniel Brown, and letters by Carlos and Mangual. And prologue, art by Arnold Fetche, and colors by Color Chanel. Side quest, The Bridge, Jason Johnson, Color Chanel. Art and colors, Christmas in Hell, Kelsey Shannon. And Barbarian's Holiday, Butch Guys, DC Alonso, and main cover art is Kelsey Shannon. And variant cover art is Billy Tucci, Richard C. Meyer, so your boy Zach, Jason Johnson, Renzo Rodriguez, Dave Dorman. And the team ends up in hell, have to fight against all kinds of threats, and eventually they have to face the devil himself. And Barney basically meets things from his past. They fight some historical figures. And of course they have some likeness to other people, and because of course it's an Expendables comic. Of course you see a lot of familiar faces from Hollywood. And eventually they have to fight. They fight themselves out of this place, and come across a lot of historical figures like Amin Dada, Goliath, Mao Zedong, Robespierre, Adolf Hitler, Saddam Hussein, and Gaius Caligula. And eventually this takes place during their when they're basically fighting for their lives. They're basically stuck in a kind of near-death experience, and eventually they make their way out of it, and that's they're safe, and the medvac. It's a mess, and they get whiskey served. Story-wise, it's kind of odd, an odd read. I have to agree with Big and Man Geek / reviews. It's indeed an odd read. It's kind of for me it's kind of a mix, but for me it's kind of I mean the art is decent, good. I can't blame the artist for the writing. That's not their fault. They have to work with what the writer serves them. That's part of their because it's a collaborative effort. But it is kind of obvious that Chuck Dixon and Sylvester Stallone, for as far as he was involved, kind of carry the script of this graphic novel on their backs, because it is, there are some really good moments in it, especially with, the Samurai guy, etc., where Barney has to face with someone, and when Jensen basically pulls the Uno reverse card on the devil, but there are things that are also a little bit rushed. And the one thing that's pretty rushed that came quite apparent to me is I mean, this is supposed to be the human form of the devil, and this is certainly his true form. But when you go, I mean, this is good, like a gentleman face. I wish he kind of looked more like the guy from the first Ghost Rider movie. He was he kind of captured the gentleman, basically the side, the gentleman side of Mephistopheles or Mephisto, the devil, and the more monstrous side was kind of threatening for some reason. But this is one design, but later he looks more like this, and I think they could have put more effort into it, or at least use more of they look more like put more effort into it, and just pick one design. That looks great. Not that this one looks bad, but eventually they touch the spear and they are home. It's kind of a mixed bag. There are some really good elements going on, but at times some elements are really well executed, especially with the Samurai Warrior. And of course, Jensen putting the Mickey, putting the Uno reverse card on the devil himself. Those are good things, but there are a lot of characters in it, which is obvious. It's an Expendables movie, or a comic based on the Expendables from the movies. But at times, it suffers. At times, it suffers a bit. It risks suffering a bit from what you see in. What I also saw in Graveyard Shift Volume 4, that feels a little bit cluttered with a lot of different characters that you might know or not know. Here it kind of works. So here it kind of works and doesn't work. It's kind of a hit or miss. Like I said, it's an odd read. There are good elements in it, but there are also a lot of elements in it that could have been executed a little bit better. And I'm going to say something controversial right now. Richard C. Meyer doesn't even realize how grateful he should be to have Chuck Dixon and Sylvester Stallone were willing to help him on this book, because without them, I'm pretty sure it would have ended. This one would have ended just like this one, if not worse. So the final verdict, let me say this, both art-wise, like I said, I can't blame the artists for this. This is not their fault. This is where, there needs to be it needs to be a collaborative effort, and it needs to have a balance between art and writing. And cover looks nice, art looks nice, but this one is kind of a mixed bag, but at least it's not terrible. I mean, the art is good. Writing, it feels kind of cloudy in certain places. But some things are good, executed pretty well, and some things are not so well. Could have been spread out a little bit more over maybe a few more graphic novels or something. But it is at least readable. So this one gets it's not terrible, but it's not great either. So this one gets a Expendables gets a 70 out of 100. And this one, Jawbreakers Chapter 3, I have to do my best not to grab a pair of scissors and cut it in two right now. But I'll keep this as a reminder of how not to write a graphic novel or a webcomic, whatever. So yeah. Once again, thank you, Lord, and the gods of old and new for giving me the strength to get through this, because I don't know what this is made for. For real. This is just terrible. I cannot even I wouldn't even recommend this to anyone living in my country. This is not. The origin story is already It takes a certain time to f this up, to make an origin story after that you still don't know who the hell everyone is, and to confuse South America with Central America. Is it Central America or South America? If you already picked Central America on the page, you should put that on the back of the cover. No. This is not even a 5 out of 10. I'll give this a 2 out of 10 at max. I can't even recommend this shit. Get out of here. Just kidding. I will pick it up later, but that's pretty much my honest thoughts. And yeah. Disappointing. Yeah. Do I regret buying Jawbreakers Grand Bazaar? Yes. But the other end is, on the bright side, it gives me an idea how not to write a webcomic or a graphic novel. And yeah, Expendables, do I regret it? Regret buying it? No. But it felt a little bit underwhelming. It could have been more. And that's pretty much it. I have to prepare some dinner, so and do some homework for Ghana. So I talk to you guys later. Yane or matane. See you next time. Peace.